Cinderella. Once upon a time, in a kingdom filled with beauty and splendor, there lived a young girl named Cinderella. She was sweet-natured, gentle, and kind, but sadly, her life was filled with sorrow. After her beloved mother passed away, her father remarried a woman with 2 daughters, who turned out to be wicked stepmother and stepsisters. Cinderella's stepmother treated her cruelly, making her work tirelessly as a servant in her own home. She was forced to do all the household chores, from cleaning the hearth to scrubbing the floors, while her stepsisters lounged around and demanded more and more. Yet, through it all, Cinderella remained resilient, dreaming of a better life. One day, an invitation arrived at the house. The king's son was holding a grand ball at the palace, and every maiden in the kingdom was invited. Cinderella's heart leaped with excitement, longing to attend the ball and escape her dreary existence, if only for one magical evening. Her stepsisters, seeing her joy, were consumed by envy. They did everything they could to make Cinderella's life more miserable, tearing apart her dress and leaving her in tears. But Cinderella's spirits were lifted by a surprise visitor, her fairy godmother. With a wave of her wand, she transformed Cinderella's tattered clothes into a breathtaking gown, and her worn-out shoes into delicate glass slippers. However, the fairy godmother warned Cinderella that the magic would only last until midnight. She could attend the ball, but she must leave before the clock struck 12. Cinderella thanked her fairy godmother and set off for the palace, filled with anticipation. As Cinderella arrived at the ball, she took everyone's breath away with her beauty. The prince himself couldn't take his eyes off her. They danced together, lost in each other's company, and Cinderella felt like she was floating on air. She forgot about her fairy godmother's warning and the passing time, savoring the happiness of the moment. Suddenly, the clock began to strike midnight, and Cinderella remembered her promise. She had to leave before her gown turned back to rags and her glass slippers became plain. In her haste, she rushed down the grand staircase, leaving behind one of her glass slippers. The prince, now determined to find the mysterious maiden, announced that he would marry the woman whose foot fit into the glass slipper. Messengers were sent throughout the kingdom, searching for the one who would be the prince's bride. At Cinderella's home, the stepsisters tried desperately to squeeze their feet into the delicate slipper, but it was no use. When Cinderella's turn came, her foot slid effortlessly into the glass slipper, fitting perfectly. Her true identity was revealed, and the prince knew he had found his beloved. Overjoyed, Cinderella's stepmother and stepsisters realized their cruelty had been in vain. Cinderella forgave them and was invited to live in the palace with the prince, where they were married and lived happily ever after. Cinderella's story teaches us that goodness, kindness, and unwavering belief in one's dreams can overcome even the harshest of circumstances. And so, Cinderella's tale reminds us to hold on to hope. For in the face of adversity, true love and happiness can find their way into our lives.